You, Santino London.
And Deray. This is Trend Talks.
You already know what it is,
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to the podcast, episode 4, I believe.
You know what? I think technically this is episode 4.5.
Yeah, talk about it. I'm really pissed. I'm not really pissed, but I'm pissed.
So basically, unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties on the previous recording we did. And it was a great show.
Sick show, guys.
Such a great show. And it was coming near the end.
Spoke about everything.
And then basically the program, the software which we used to record on, it kind of just malfunctioned.
Yeah, but tell them how far we was into the episode.
It was at least 53 minutes into it.
It was almost an hour into the whole episode, and what happens?
It was a great show that will never be heard.
5-star show. Oh, whatever.
So
man. I quit.
We had to.
I'm done with this shite. I'm out.
It was quite upsetting because of how cool it was.
It was sick, man. It was 5 stars. It was like one of the best shows we've done, man. We spoke about everything. We even gave away free.
But we're here, we're back, and we're re-recording, and we hope you enjoy this show just as much as you would have enjoyed that one.
Yeah, whatever.
No guest with us today.
No
just
guest.
us two.
Shout out to Wilson on the last episode.
It was a great show.
Great show. Great feedback on that show too. Thanks.
We'll
to
have
everyone.
some guests soon to come as well.
Thanks everyone who listened to it, and yeah, more guests. But let's quickly just get into it because we spoke about it before, but we don't want to talk about it for too long.
Yeah, we'll
Donald
talk about
Trump.
it just because it's relevant, obviously.
Donald Trump's in the White House, guys.
Yeah.
This happened.
He won the votes in less than 48 hours ago,
Yeah.
and at the end of January he will be going into the White House.
How do you feel about it? Let's just talk about that quick.
I'm very surprised and slightly impressed that he won.
Yeah, me too.
He kind of had not overall in the whole election, but near to the end, he had almost everyone against him.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone was against him. The media, everything was trying to portray him as the bad guy, and yet it's turned around and he won. That being said, he's inexperienced, and I don't think he's qualified for the job. It's a way that he's using himself to like kind of not necessarily boost himself, but kind
probably
of just
boost his ego, bro. If I'm honest.
not
with
just
you.
his ego, but I feel like he's just trying
to take over everything, man.
yeah,
Do you
kind
know
of
what I
just
mean?
trying to gain more power, I guess. But
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest.
he's only there for 4 years. We don't know if he'll be there longer. I
Hopefully.
doubt he'll be there another term. I'm sure he'll probably be like, oh shit, this isn't what I was
Look,
expecting.
Let's see how these 4 years go. But if I'm honest with you,
Sorry.
I don't think everyone who voted for Trump is racist. I don't think that. But what I do think is a large majority of them have some sort of stereotypes towards different races or cultures or whatever it is, maybe. And the fact that he got so many votes doesn't really surprise me because I believe
Yeah,
that
there's a lot of people out there with that mentality.
not everyone is outwardly racist as he is or as some of his supporters were.
There are those that are subconsciously racist.
Not even subconsciously, but they know, but they don't want to put it out there in the world, so they just want to vote for him and get on.
I mean, that is
get on with their day.
the whole thing about voting, because it is like no one's allowed to know who you vote for.
Yeah, you are. You're allowed to say I voted for Trump.
You're allowed to say, but when you actually vote there and then at the ballot, you don't actually.
Yeah,
like,
you
no
don't
one's
make
allowed
it
to
known.
see.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do pictures or whatever.
So you might be able to. I might be like, yo, I voted for Hillary Clinton when really I voted for Trump.
Exactly, and I think a lot of people did do that because they didn't want to show, or they didn't want to be perceived as a racist, or they didn't want people to know they were a racist. I'm not saying all of them were racist, but I think because Donald Trump was so like out there, they didn't always want other people to
That
know.
being
Okay, I
said,
voted for Trump,
Either way, they both were,
which I don't know about.
They were both people that I wouldn't want in power. Secondly,
I didn't do my research enough, man.
Secondly, one, it's not really going to affect us
I know Hillary had
as much as it will affect the American listeners.
Hillary had some bad emails. I don't really know what else. I know she had some
Everyone's got a bad
policies.
history in past. Like for example, Barack Obama, they used to say
Yeah, but
his
Donald Trump has a bad present,
Of course, but
in my opinion.
they used to make things like, oh,
Yeah.
Obama used to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Media will try and draw everything and obviously blow it out of proportion. Whereas look how many things Trump did,
Yeah.
and yet everyone seems like it's okay.
You're right. One thing that we haven't spoken about on the previous episode that we just recorded and effed up, it's in America.
Yeah.
But it's a step in the right direction for many. I don't care, me personally, but they just legalized marijuana
Yes.
in California and several other states.
Yes.
The whole of California, so you can go
I mean,
to
Barack Obama did that mostly though.
But now it's like it's not just medicinal; it's recreational, so you can smoke it.
Yeah.
However, so that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Why? I'll tell you why. Because of the money that can come out of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
the
great,
health
it's a
benefits
great,
and all that. Blah blah blah. I don't know, but I'm not sure. But
it's a great business.
great business. I have a great business idea for that. I'm not gonna say it on air, but great business.
So do you think America's gonna be okay in Trump's hands for the next 4 years? I wish you guys luck, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's gonna happen to you guys.
Yo, shout out to our New York listeners because we got quite a few
I
of
don't
those.
think Trump will be the cause of a lot of things. I think Trump will be the excuse. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna step out. Like, for example, a lot of racist people that were in the shadows are gonna come out and be like, Trump is making us be okay. They're using, even though Trump probably wouldn't be okay with it, they're gonna use Trump as an excuse to step out the shadows.
I do definitely think something negative will happen. I don't want to believe it. But if Trump's already, well, he was already talking about. Hold on, he was already talking about building a whole wall around Mexico.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not going to bring anyone together.
I mean, it's a bit much.
Didn't he
bit
say
extreme.
when he got elected? He said, "Let's just bring it all in, guys. Let's just be together," or whatever you said.
Sounds nothing like him.
Hey guys, let's just be together. That's pretty good, right? Suck a
guess.
dick, guy. All right. Anyway, he said he's going to build a wall around Mexico. That's not going to bring anyone together. That's just going to promote, like,
Seclusion.
yeah, that's going to promote negativity. Like, that's just whack. So
Which is basically what Brexit did.
I do definitely think something bad will happen
That being said,
because of him.
bad things have been happening already.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Hopefully it doesn't get worse.
I just feel like now there's an excuse, and now things will be blamed
Yeah.
on Trump, whether it's his intention or not.
But I want to hope he does something good.
Again, the fact that I'm impressed that he won and I'm surprised that he won.
Yeah.
You know, there's a chance that not necessarily something good could come out of this, but you know, it's 4 years, so you guys just have to ride it out.
Yeah, you just have to write it out. Easier said than done. Because you know what? I'm sorry to say this, and I don't want to say this, but for a minority, black, Muslim, Mexican, Latino, Hispanic, I think there's going to be something negative.
I don't think
God forbid,
living
and I
will get
don't want that
worse
to happen, but I think...
for the minorities.
I don't know,
I don't think living will get worse. I just feel like people are going to, like, make it more obvious.
Do you know about the Jim Crow era?
Yeah, of course.
Jim Crow. All right, so obviously they passed the legislation, whatever, so no slavery. But then the Jim Crow era came, and that's when there was a lot of segregation, and it was outwardly
it was racism.
It was, you could see it from a mile away. I feel like maybe, God forbid, that might happen again. I feel like white people are gonna be like, "Hey, get out of here, Arab guy," and stuff, and kick them.
I think that already happens.
That does happen. Okay, can I just... Moving on from that
It happens
slightly...
here in this town.
Moving on... See, we'll talk about that. Moving on from that slightly, I watched a documentary called The 13th.
Okay, what's that?
That's on Netflix. It's amazing, bro. And it comes right in time for this election.
What is it about?
So it's just literally about racism, segregation, Jim Crow era, and more importantly, what's next. So it shows... Oh my God, it's
What is it, like the civil rights movement?
yeah, it's all of that, bro. It's really graphic though. It's
Okay.
like they'll explain, you know, how racism came about, why it came about, how it got passed, and then it went on to the Jim Crow era and how that happened. But the underlying theme, I think, of it is that even though we're years past that now, it's still there.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
still like, you know, cops killing
Yeah,
black
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
and so on. It's still there. So, God forbid, I think Trump could reignite that flame, you know.
This is the thing.
Reignite that flame.
I don't think it's Trump's fault intentionally. I just think he's gonna be the.
But you know it's intentional because he said he wants to do this kind of stuff.
I've never heard him say that he wants to hang a black guy.
Okay, not that far, but saying he doesn't want immigrants, he doesn't like Mexicans in the country, he doesn't like Muslims.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like. I don't think he's
He's
gonna.
not gonna start hanging black people.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
feel
say-
like they might send people back to where they came from, but I don't think they're gonna send them to prison or
No,
something.
but that's not the thing, bro. I'm saying because he's got this mentality, I think racist people in America are gonna feel like, okay, we can have
Oh
this
yeah,
mentality,
that's what I was trying to
and
say.
then it's gonna get worse
it's
for
gonna,
them.
It's gonna ignite it in that sense where
Yeah, they're gonna feel.
use they're gonna use
No.
Trump as an excuse.
I'm not even
to
saying
do
that.
what they
Oh,
want to
yeah,
do.
yeah. Basically, so like,
But I don't think it's Trump's fault intentionally.
I do Because if he's saying all these things and he's supposed to be the leader of that country, and he's saying to the followers, "Yo, I hate this. I don't like this. Blah blah blah." They're gonna be like, "You know what? Yeah, I don't like it either. Get out of my country."
Put it like this: he's saying, "I don't want you guys in my country." He's not saying, "Get out of my country, or I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, but you know, there's these idiots in the country. They're gonna be like, "Yo, I don't like you. Get out my country," and they're gonna do something physical. God forbid, but I can see that happening.
It's a shame and it's a pity because obviously at the end of the day, you shouldn't see it as it's
Eating
your
a
country.
cookie, I want one so bad. I swear to God.
You shouldn't see it as it's your country. You should see it as it's our planet.
So that's another thing. Can you
But,
do you want to talk about that story that happened to you in Luton or not?
No. Just
Basically,
moving on that.
It just shows that.
At the end of the day, I think Trump doesn't know what he's getting himself into. Like, it's 4 years. It's the hardest job ever. Like, you could see how much toll it took on Obama physically. Like,
Yeah, you saw the picture in it.
like there's a big
Before and
transition.
after.
Like, I don't think even Trump is aware of the ramifications that are now in place because he's not even gonna have
Trump
time.
already looks really old, so I can only imagine
not just
what he's gonna look
not
like.
just the way he looks, but like he's a businessman, which time is money to him.
Do you think his hair will slowly turn into like a green color or something?
I think
Like it will just start
he's
changing.
gonna lose it. Whatever he has left is gonna go.
Yeah, good.
But again, Trump is a businessman, and businessmen know that time is money. Presidents don't have time.
So what's your expectation of Trump, of Trumpola?
I don't have any because it doesn't. I don't really consider it to affect me.
Okay, fair enough, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to affect you for you to have an expectation.
I feel he's gonna. He, in a sense, he doesn't represent the majority of the people in the country.
Well, I don't know because he got voted president.
Yeah, but even those people are not rich like him.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. He represents the idea of what a Republican is supposed to be, but what people believe. The people that believe that they are Republican aren't actually the Republicans themselves. You get what I'm trying to say?
Correct.
The Republicans that believe in the Republican way are rich, successful people that believe you gotta make it and only you can do it. It's all you.
Yeah.
That is Donald Trump.
It's probably
Him.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he represents that. He
Yeah.
doesn't represent all the other people that are just like.
Yeah, but they feel like he
Nah,
does.
nah.
They feel like. He
Obviously,
does.
they feel like that, but again, they're just using him as a scapegoat to
Yeah.
express themselves.
Facts, no doubt. I think that's what a president kind of is in some ways. Is like,
Yeah.
you know, like a scapegoat.
Like Barack Obama, like no matter what, whether he was a good or great president, like
Not even bad,
He-
good or great.
he at least gave hope.
Yeah, that was his job.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He sparked something that was greater than just the actual job itself. Like
Until-
he created a momentum.
We're not American, but until Trump got voted, when he got voted, that's when I actually felt like I missed Barack Obama. I was like, wow, I'm gonna miss this guy,
Mm.
cause, yo,
You realize what he represented.
you realize what he represented and what he could have done, what he wanted to do, what he did do.
Mm.
It's just like, wow, it feels like it was for the people. You
Even
know?
Trump probably is gonna realize that there's certain things that he wants to do and he can't.
I feel like he's gonna get drunk with power, bro.
I think he's gonna realize he doesn't have that much power. He thinks he's gonna have because
Oh,
the
he's
president
gonna
doesn't
have
have the power that people make them believe that they do.
Yeah,
There's
but
people that
there's
tell the
power.
president what to do.
There's power.
There's obviously power,
There's power, man.
but
It's a
there's
lot more
still
power than
people
you had
that
in the
whisper
Trump
into the
Tower.
president's ear.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be the right people.
Like, for example,
Rothschild, Google them.
for example, the whole thing about building the wall between the border of Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
Someone's gonna be like, Trump, sit
But
your ass down.
I do think he's gonna make
Just play your role.
He's gonna make it stricter.
Yeah, border control and stuff like that will be stricter, but he's still gonna have to play a role. He's not
He
going
can't,
to
I
be
don't
able to be
think-
like, I want this, I want that, I want this.
You know those movies when it's like a bad dictator comes into power and then it's just like 10 months later and everything's burned down. It's like Hitler and stuff. I
It's
feel like it's
just-
gonna be like that. God forbid.
The worst case scenario for Trump is just the fact that now he has the authority to be like, do we go to war or not? That's the worst
That's the
power that he has. Like, the fact that he can decide, not just alone whether we go to war or not, whether we start the war.
I think every president has done that so far, apart from Obama. I don't think he initiated any wars. I don't know.
He didn't initiate because our men was already there.
I
The
think
men
he-
were already there, so he was just like, let's just get this job done and over with. Let's stop wasting time.
I think he actually ended a war or something.
He just called
don't
Bin
know.
Laden.
Yes, he did.
He was just like, yo, the men are already there. Let's just get this job and done over with. Let's bring our men back.
I respect Obama. I'm gonna miss him, man.
Trump, he might not necessarily say let's send our men out there. He might just be like, nuke him.
That's not great though.
It's not great, but he might have that mindset. You never know. But anyway, good luck, America.
Good luck. And you know what? Let's get off this topic. Let's just say
let's move away from politics.
Much love to you guys, and hopefully you guys
too long and too deep.
You guys can get past this. But expectations anyway, like that's a funny thing, expectations. What is your expectations of your family, of your friends, of your loved ones? Like, what is your expectations? That's kind of what I want to know.
Are we supposed to have expectations of people like that?
I believe so, don't you?
Not really.
Like, you don't expect anything from them, but you have a level of expectation as to, like, for example, should they work or should they dress a certain way? For example, do you have any expectations?
So kind of like morals and stuff.
Kind of. But your expectations of them.
Like
what do you expect from them to do? Not what they can do for you.
I guess, for example, I've got a teenage sister, so there's things that I would like, not necessarily for her to act, but her not to act.
Yeah.
I would like her not to be a certain way or a certain type of person. I don't think I can expect anything from my mom or my parents. Like, at the end of the day, they're my parents. They have more over me.
But that's what I'm saying. You expect, like, for example, I expect my mum to look after her kids, for example.
You would like to.
Yeah, that's my expectation.
I would like those expectations, but they don't have to be met necessarily.
I'm not saying they do, but that's my expectation. But do you have any insecurities when it comes to family or anything, or with yourself? Do you have any insecurities? I think. You want me to say mine first?
Okay.
Insecurities. Physically, no. To an extent. It depends, man. I think that's a tough one because I think we all have insecurities. Mentally, I think I'm crazy. I think I'm insane. To an extent as well. I talk to myself.
Okay.
Do you?
It's hard to explain what I deal with.
But you talk
mentally.
to yourself. I have full-blown conversations with myself.
I wouldn't say full-blown conversations.
Okay, never mind.
I have like a conscience that tries to tell me things.
I think I have that too, right? But I'll be like, I'll act out a scenario with myself, to myself. So I'll be like, yeah. So, yeah, you good? Yeah, okay, cool. So I do that all the time.
No, that's not me.
Okay, I don't do that. But my insecurities physically, I don't know if I have any, bro. I mean, my eyebrows are pretty big. My nose is pretty long. I haven't got the biggest male genital of all time. I'm not saying it's small, but I'm saying, you know. But I don't have any insecurities like that. I'm comfortable. Confident and comfortable. I'm confident and comfortable.
Create a word on Trent Talks.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm confident and comfortable myself. Comfortable. I am comfortable.
That's the word of the day.
I'm comfortable with everything about myself in a certain way. I think you have to. Like, you have to be able to love yourself to an extent. Like, but me,
you learn to accept things.
Yeah, or you come to an understanding of things. Like, you agree, you know, like, all right, this is me.
There's certain things that you realize that even if you are curious to know what they might be like, if they were to change, you just accept it.
I mean, I could change them, but I'm fine with myself. I'm very happy. What about you?
I don't necessarily think I have any physical. Well, I do, but I've learned to live with them. I always wanted to be a little bit taller, but it's not something so that affects me in a deep way.
You're like 6'1", bro.
Yeah, I wish I was taller.
What the hell? Come on,
But the biggest change that I would like, but that I'm gonna do when I'm older, is my teeth.
Your teeth? What's wrong with them?
I want like just the whole. I want to do the whole thing.
Like straighten them up.
I want to straighten them up. I want
whiten them and everything.
Whiten everything. I want to just change all that. I want to be able to smile all the time.
You can smile all the time, bro.
I can, but my teeth don't feel like they can.
You have to press me right now, man. I didn't know you felt like this.
It's just teeth.
I think you're fine.
They're fine,
Teeth-wise, no.
but I feel like they could be better.
Fair enough. I mean, if I could change a physical appearance, I think I'd make my nose less like this. Like, my nose is kind of like a semicircle.
Have you seen my nose? Look.
Your nose is fine, bro.
My nose is bigger than yours.
No, it's not. Look, you see how it goes? You see that?
Yeah, my nose comes out more than yours.
I mean, yeah, it comes out, but that's fine. That's not a problem. That's not the problem. I don't mind if my nose comes out more, but I want it to.
So you want to do a nose job?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do a nose job.
Even if it was free?
No, I wouldn't. I'll tell you why.
It's a risk.
It's scary, man. Someone cutting into your bone, like shaving it down. Ah! I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Forget
gruesome.
that. Would you get a penis enlargement if you could? Be honest. Be honest.
No.
You wouldn't for free?
No.
And it wasn't. There was no risks. No risks.
No, that's a very sensitive area that you shouldn't play around with.
Yeah, you're right. I would. I might do, but I don't know.
I'm confident with that.
What about insecurities with like financial?
What do you mean?
So like, do you feel like you're financially stable, or do you care about what people think about your financial situation?
Me individually, or how I think other people should think?
No, you individually. Do you
Me,
care
I
what
don't
people?
care.
You don't care.
No,
I respect it.
but I've never cared what people think anyway.
I respect it. So you're not the type of guy to like put it on Instagram. Yeah, I'm popping bottles. Yeah, I'm flashy.
I don't post hardly anything on Instagram.
I know, but like, you know, that's. Do you think people do that because they're insecure, bro? Like post all those things because they're insecure, for example, or show it off because they're insecure.
I mean, yes and no. The only reason I say no is because certain industries, you have to kind of stunt.
I'm talking about a normal person. I'm not talking about celebrity.
Why are they stunning? If they're not stunning for insecurities, I wouldn't see what else they're stunning for.
What do you mean?
Like, what do they have to prove? Like, I know someone who has a really bad habit of just spending money materialistically.
Are you talking about me?
No,
I think you're talking about me.
no.
Get out. Just get the hell out.
It's someone I see more often than you.
Okay. See me?
Like, they have a habit of just, like, no matter what, they have to have the latest.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, they'll find a way. And I don't even know how or when they do it. But when the latest comes out within less than a month, they'll have it. And I'm just like, bruh, you're in the same position every year, but all you're doing is just having the same material. You're having the newest, the latest materialistic stuff. You're not progressing in any way. But why? I don't understand it. If the only thing I can come to terms with is maybe that they're insecure and they just need to stunt.
You know what? To an extent, that wasn't me. But in the past, I'd always be like, yo, I need this because I need people to think I've got this and that. I used to be like that, bro. But I think I've been able to grow up, talk to people who are, you know, intelligent in that situation, in that matter, or just like wise people. Like, you know what? Oh, I saw a really cool. Let me find a quote that I saw today that really like stood out to me. This is amazing.
At one point, I wanted to kind of not necessarily be, not just famous, but I wanted, Hollywood fame. At one point, I wanted Hollywood fame.
I think we all wanted that as kids.
Obviously because it's in our face most of the time. But
Yeah.
I was like, Hollywood fame isn't really gonna give me the security and what I want. Essentially, what I want is to be able to like do anything I want without people chasing me or people knowing where I am.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do my own thing wherever I travel the world, go to whatever house I want. I mean, I'll be able to financially afford anything I want, but people wouldn't be aware. Like, people wouldn't be in
Yeah.
my business.
Yeah.
I realized I wanted that
You want J.
seclusion. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, not just J. Cole, like,
You want that J. Cole life.
I want more of that, like, you only recognize me for when I do things in my industry that's big, but as a respect. Like, I'm that good that you kind of just acknowledge me for that. Outside of that,
Yeah.
you have no business to be in my world or my life.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, my biggest inspiration right now is J.K. Rowling. She's the first billionaire writer.
Really?
Yes,
Billionaire?
billionaire. I mean, recently she donated most of it, so now she's not a billionaire no more. She's now a millionaire.
Big up to her, man.
So she went down by giving it to charity,
I
basically.
don't think she needs a billion.
But she was the
to be-
first ever billionaire writer.
That's amazing.
I want to be the second. But you only know her through her writing.
Yeah,
Put that aside. You have no idea what she does in her day to day.
you don't. You're right. She
And
doesn't
I
post
want
on
that.
Insta and stuff.
I realized that's what I wanted.
This is Yo, can I first say a massive shout out to I Am Excellence, the IAE Network. You can follow them on Instagram. It's at IAE Network. They're a motivational, inspirational group. And one thing they posted, which I saw today and I thought was amazing, the death of the ego will be the beginning of your real life. So let me say that again. The death of the ego will be the beginning of your real life. And I really believe that because I really, really, truly think ego gets in the way of so many different things, bro. I'm talking about friendships, money, everything. It gets in the way of everything.
You can have a sense of pride where it's just too much sometimes.
And I think a lot of people on social media, look, at no fault of their own probably, but a lot of their ego is out on show. Do you know what I mean? They have a lot of ego on social media.
Like Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy, right. You heard about this thing, right, recently? Bless you, my friend.
I got one more coming, I think. No, I'm okay.
You heard about this thing, obviously.
Like Soulja Boy stunting.
Soulja Boy stunning as well. But obviously, he tried to get someone murdered, obviously.
Yeah.
That guy's crazy. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's not just Soulja Boy. I mean, there's so many different people. Normal, celebrity, whatever. That could be an insecurity. The ego.
Girls do it on Instagram all the time as well.
It's narcissism, too.
With the
and I think I'm a bit
with
narcissistic,
those
so I can't
exposing
judge.
images that they post.
Facts. But look, I can't judge because I think I'm narcissistic to some extent, and I can't judge.
What is
Okay.
what you believe narcissist that word to be?
Can I read the
English is not my first language, guys, so apologize for all those mistakes I keep making.
Can I read the definition of it because I feel like this is very defining for me.
And if obviously
You're gonna agree.
State whether you agree with the definition or if you have a different definition of it.
NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is what I believe I have. Are you listening?
Go for it.
Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is a long-term pattern of abnormal behavior characterized by exaggerated feelings of self-importance, an excessive need for admiration, and a lack of understanding of others' feelings. People affected by it often spend a lot of time thinking about achieving power or success or about their appearance. They often take advantage of the people around them. The behavior typically begins by early adulthood and occurs across a variety of situations. Now, I read that off of Wikipedia, and I believe to some extent that
would you say
that is definitely me to some extent.
Someone who is narcissistic is manipulative or that they can be?
It depends. If they're manipulative,
these big words out here.
If they're manipulative for something personal, for their own personal gain, maybe, yeah. That isn't probably narcissistic.
So, wait, let me just get this straight. So, narcissistic people can be manipulative.
Yeah.
Are they manipulative because they're narcissistic?
No. They're manipulative because...
In order.
No, they're manipulative in order to get something for themselves. That makes them narcissistic. So listen to this. Narcissism is the pursuit of gratification from vanity or egotistic admiration of one's own attributes. You see that?
Do you think someone who is...
I know who you're talking about. I know what you're
Do you
trying to
think
say.
someone who is manipulative is worse or better than someone who is a narcissistic person?
I think it's... one.
Do you think they're the same thing or do you think they're different?
But if you're narcissistic, you can be manipulative to gain something for yourself.
Yeah.
If you're manipulative, that's just like one category. Whereas narcissistic is like so many different things, but it's so selfish.
Yeah.
I'm not like that, right? I'm actually very the opposite of that. I'm very generous. I give out all that stuff. But anyway, the point is, like, you know, with looks and stuff, to some extent, man, I've come off of that now. I've come off of that to some extent, and I don't really want to talk about it. I'm not really like that anymore, but I used to be a lot like that when I was younger. When I was younger, man. But that's not me anymore, my friend.
So you got no more insecurities?
I'm very comfortable with myself, man.
Okay.
Mentally, I'm very comfortable with myself. How about you?
Yeah, pretty much. Do you have any expectations for yourself?
I have a lot. The reason we're doing this this podcast, is because there's an expectation there for like what we're gonna become.
Yeah.
Me personally, I have an expectation of myself and for you, but for me, you know, I want to be at a certain point in my life. I want to be not only financially stable, but mentally stable, physically stable,
Yeah.
just stable all round at a certain point in my life, and I'm working towards it. I have so many expectations of myself. Like, even on a day-to-day, I have an expectation. Like, I want to do this. I think everyone should have expectations on a day-to-day basis too. You should want to achieve certain things
like
every
goals.
day. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You should always have them throughout the whole entire day, throughout your life, everything. So, like, what I expect from you is to come here and do what you do to the best of your ability. And you do. And my expectation of you is met every time we do this podcast.
Because I'm a fucking G.
But then my expectation of your haircut is for it to be good. And it never comes through.
Is my hair the only thing you can say that's bad about me?
I'm joking, your hair's fine. But no, I can't say anything bad about you, bro. You're my boy. So I would say, obviously, with your personality and stuff, there's some things. But that's you, so I'm cool.
Mm.
You know?
All right, well, moving on.
Speaking of like expectations and stuff, bro. What superpower would you have, man?
That is so random.
It's not like because we're talking about changing ourselves, expectations, insecurities. If you was a superhero, what would you do maybe to get over that? Or
I guess because
a
a lot of superhero stories, I guess, have they gain their powers, which are kind of like the opposite to their insecurities and stuff. Like it kind of brings out something that they want subconsciously. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, for example, someone who is
Spider-Man. Spider-Man used to be skinny. He was like, oh man, everyone bullies me and stuff.
Yeah, for some.
And then he turned really strong.
Spider-Man, his story is more like no one noticed him. He was bullied, and yet turned around to be the savior of everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a flip. For example, I was thinking of the power of immortality. Someone who is narcissistic.
Funny you pointed at me when you said that. But that's fine.
For example, they might be materialistic or have the sense that they always want to be up to date and be relevant. With immortality, it will teach them that eventually that's not what's going to matter.
Ah, that's interesting.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's very interesting. So you think, all right, say you was immortal.
Which is one of the things I would love to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A writer always wants to be, like, the reason why writers write is because they want to be legends.
I think that would be literally the worst power to have in your life. First of all, you'll see everyone you love dying around you.
Yeah, I know. It comes with a big consequence.
But also, what happens when it gets to a point where, say you're a writer, but it gets to a point where no one likes your writing anymore? What do you want to do?
This is the thing, though. Like, your
You can't
writing
kill
will be
yourself.
more valuable when, obviously, you pass, but it lives longer than you. Like, your name lives longer than you.
Exactly, but
But
you want to live longer than your
That
name.
is really what writers want. But
I don't know, man.
the only thing that makes me curious is because I want to know what happens. Like, if I could time travel, I'd rather time travel than...
You can't. I'm saying, what power would you have?
I'd rather
out
time
of
travel
all the
than
powers?
immortality. But one way or another, I would like to be able to see into the future.
Out of all the powers, which one would you pick, my friend? I think I know mine.
I've got two powers.
All right, go on. Okay.
One, the first one that always comes to mind for me is super speed. I like the idea of being anywhere and everywhere. It's almost like teleportation but faster. So I can read books quick. So my mind is as fast as I can run. And if I can be creative with my powers, just as, for example, the Flash, he time travels because he's so fast. So I'll do things like that. The only other power that I'd be interested in having is only because I'm led to believe if there is superpowers, there is also evil superpowers.
Okay.
If there was no evil superpowers, I'm going for super speed.
Okay.
If there's evil superpowers, I'm thinking tactically. I like the idea of having kind of like a teleportation power where you go into another dimension. But let's say a figment of my imagination, let's say this room. every time I disappear, I come to this room, but it's only in another dimension, so no one else can get there unless they come through me. So I could take things there, leave them there. Leave when I leave.
Who
them,
does have that power?
no one that I know, but the power came to me through the anime Hunter x Hunter.
He has that power, similar.
Someone in that show has that power where they
And
can.
that's an anime.
Yeah, they can just teleport into this room in the dimension, whenever they want. Somewhere where I can get away and just be me. I would like that power.
Okay.
Plus, I could use that tactically a lot.
Okay.
If not, super speed.
Okay. Me, I would love, number one, to fly. I've always wanted to be able to fly.
Why?
What, subconsciously or like what I think?
What do you
Like,
think?
I mean, I think I've always wanted to fly because I've always liked the idea of like getting away to an extent. Like I want to see everything. I want to, and I think it stemmed from a dream I had as well when I was younger. I had a bunk bed.
How fast are we talking? Because, like, you could essentially just be flying like
Peter
this.
Pan fast. Peter Pan fast. Not float.
There's like levitating,
Glide.
and
Not none of that.
gliding
I'm
and
talking
shit.
about Peter Pan
like
fly.
Superman flying.
Superman flying. I don't really
Okay.
care about how like all that super flying speed wise, like turning back the hands of time, whatever. I don't care about that. But like,
You know you'll get cold flying, right? Like
Do-
freezing.
do you think I can't get a jacket when if I fly? I can still buy a North Face.
Depending on how fast you're flying, the jacket might come off of you.
Listen, do you want me to explain my superpowers?
Go on then.
I had a dream when I was younger. I had a bunk bed. I had a dream that I jumped off my bunk bed. Why is that Nikki?
I'm
if you have
joking.
a bunk bed?
I had a bunk bed growing up.
Do you know what? He just doesn't want me to tell my story.
Go on.
He just wants to talk for the
I'll be
entire
quiet.
podcast. I had a flipping dream, D, that I jumped off my bunk bed and I just started flying and I flew through the window and I just started flying and that was amazing.
Well,
and
you know that's the one way you learn how to fly, right? Did you not know?
jumping off your bunk bed.
No, but all you have to do to learn how to fly is you jump and just miss the ground.
Might try that. Thank you. Also, I really like Peter Pan.
Peter
like,
Pan is
everything
an
about Peter
amazing
Pan.
story.
I like the story behind it. I just like.
It's very fucked up story, but it's a cool story.
I'm not talking about that story. There is the original story is that
He's fucked up.
he do you know it?
Yeah, of course.
He kills his lost boys. And it's not Neverland, it's heaven or something like that. He kills his lost boys. I also heard he has sex with Tinkerbell or rape, but I'm not 100%.
It's
It's
kind of like
twisted.
rape.
It's twisted. But
It's
anyway,
very dark.
also
Like most stories are originally all dark.
another power that I'd love to have is Jumper.
Teleportation.
Yeah. But like the way Jumper does it, or what's that blue guy in X-Men?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler. But I also really love Flash. I've always wanted that kind of stuff. You know what?
So flight or teleportation.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one.
Boy. That's difficult.
Make sure you send in your suggestions and what you would
Yeah,
like
what
for
do
your
you guys wanna do?
superpowers.
I would love to know
To
what people
Trend
want.
Talks.
I've actually spoken to a lot of people and they want to know what people they want to be able to read minds, and I think that's a terrible power. Imagine how depressed you can become.
It's a great power that comes with great responsibility.
I don't think that's great power because
To know what everyone's thinking, it's almost like you're gonna kind of
you're not going to always hear the right
you have to
things,
know how
man.
to like put your thoughts above theirs, because you're gonna start to like change the way you think because of the way people think.
Exactly. Imagine you become depressed because you're around like people who just want to kill other people or something. Say you went in prison, God forbid, and all you can do is read their
There
minds.
is a lot of people in the world, and you might not be able to cancel it out.
Yeah.
You
might
might
not.
constantly hear them.
You know, like when Professor Xavier is in that machine and he can hear everything and everyone. You know that machine.
It's just again great power that comes with great responsibility.
Forget it. Forget about it. I'm not about it. But yeah, man, I like those powers, and I think subconsciously these powers say. If I had to guess, Flash, you want to be Flash because
I have a lot of
as a kid you couldn't run.
no.
I don't know. I'm just trying to
It's
make
more
us
of
cool.
I have a lot of what ifs in my mind, and I'm curious to know what they are.
You want to say?
I don't want to change anything, but there's always things in my mind where I'm just like, I wonder what if. Do you know what I'm saying?
Give me one.
Nah, it's too deep. But like, just the idea to know, because Flash has basically the power to find out, live that life, and then go back to the normal one. essentially.
Like he can walk.
So like his story was, for example, his mum died at the age of 7.
Yeah.
He always wanted to know what it would be like to live with his mum.
Mm.
He finds out. He realizes it's not fair.
So he hates living with his mum.
No, it's just what gives him the right to save his mum but not save other people that die.
Didn't he kill his mum?
Eventually he does, yeah. He has to.
Dickhead.
He realized that saving her kind of changed the timeline. So
We need a Flash film, no doubt.
Oh, it's coming out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you watch the series?
Of course.
Do you like it?
Of course.
Is it good?
I want to write an episode for it.
You like it?
Flash writers out there, if you're listening, I've got 2 episodes in mind.
What Marvel shows are good, bro? Like TV shows.
They're all alright. My favorite would probably be between Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
I was just about to ask that one. Is Daredevil good? No. Sorry, no. Not
That being
one.
said, the villains on these shows are better than
Incorrect.
the actual.
Incorrect. I don't want to ask about Daredevil. I wanted to ask about Knight Rider. The one with Knight Rider. I don't know if it's just about him, but I know he's got a show now.
With the talking car.
Knight Rider. Okay, maybe not Knight Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, guys. My bad.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You watch it?
Yeah.
Good?
He looks badass in there.
Man, I might have to start watching that. I like how he looks, man. I might even watch Constantine. I love Constantine.
There's only 1 season.
If you had...
Shout out to Young Justice. Anyone that likes Young Justice, I'm so excited that season 3 is coming out, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the craziest hypothetical of all time.
I don't know what you just said, but
I'm
okay.
going to give you a crazy scenario.
Okay.
And just roll with me here. Say you was Constantine. Yes?
That makes me a very powerful guy.
Say you was Constantine.
Yep.
One of your jobs, one of your tasks, and you had to do it, no way around it. You had to go to hell to get something or to get someone or to
Yep.
find something. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'm Constantine.
That don't mean you can't die in hell.
Constantine.
You see how the demons were dragging him down?
He goes back and forth to hell.
Yeah, but you see how they were dragging him down in hell.
That was just a visual
Representation.
to make you feel like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing it. But in the comics and in the cartoons, he does it like regularly.
But the demons hate him, right? Because he put
They
someone...
hate anyone that can just leave hell.
So I'm pretty sure they want to keep him there.
They're just jealous. They don't want to keep him.
They're just jealous.
They're just jealous.
The demons are just jealous of him.
Like the fact that someone can leave, they're obviously gonna hate him.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I'm Constantine, that's easy.
He might be my favorite DC character of all time. Constantine.
It's a fair point.
He has no powers though, does he?
Well, he's got magic,
Like Doctor Strange.
kind of, basically.
Really?
Kind of.
I
But
didn't know that. He doesn't have that in the film.
they just kind of showed like a kind of a synopsis of him.
Does he ever talk to the devil?
Constantly, but not just the devil. He speaks to like different. There's different, basically. In hell, there's different realms, and there's different.
I think the show's been cancelled now though.
It was cancelled. It was only 1 season. I just said.
Deep.
It's just it didn't get enough views because they played it straight after Supernatural. It was basically the same thing.
Supernatural.
You know the 2 brothers, Sam and Dean.
Oh yeah. I like that show, man.
It's a cool show, but they basically copied Constantine, but Constantine came out after on the TV show.
That's done now. Supernatural though.
It's still going.
No, it's not.
It's still going.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, Google time. Google's
He
your best
loves
friend.
to try and prove me wrong every time, and then he gets proven wrong, and then he shuts up.
But on the last episode, D said, oh, it might have been this one. I always feel like I'm right, and he's never right. So let's just check this out. Supernatural, right? Ha. How are you today, my friend?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I know I'm right.
You think you're right?
Yeah.
Fuck! Hold on, let me double check, you piece of shit. How's it still going on? Not the same characters,
Because
though.
it gets views.
Not the same characters.
Yes.
Sam and Dean are still on it?
Yes.
Hold on.
You know, the blonde brother. I think it's Dean. He does a lot of the voices for like DC characters in animations.
He is. Oh no.
He does like Robin and Nightwing and stuff.
Does he?
Mm.
It's still going on. It's still going on. You know, whatever.
But yeah,
It is what it is.
because it's still going on, Constantine wasn't able to grow. The only reason he's gonna grow is that he's just gonna like be in other episodes of Arrow and Flash and stuff.
Do you think it should have went on though?
Yeah, but it just can't happen. It's
Yeah.
it's not necessarily my fault. It's like I always wanted Young Justice to come back, and now it finally has because the fans binge watched it when it came on Netflix. So like you'd be surprised at the power of viewers have.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, well, that's it. That's it, my friend. We are out here, I believe.
You don't want to do your minute of motivation again?
Oh my god. Since you begged me to do it, I might as well do it. I mean, like I said before, guys, ego, get rid of it. But yeah, okay, cool. Minute motivation. This is the segment where I tell you guys, or you know what? I'm not gonna say I tell you guys, but I promote a little positivity, a little bit of motivation, something to just help you guys out.
Talk that talk.
You know what I mean? Something to just help you on your day, help you in your life, hopefully. But something to just bring positivity. So
Hashtag Trend Talks.
Hashtag Trend Talks, you already know what it is.
Visit don'ttrend.com, guys.
DNTTRND.com.
Make sure you come to us regularly. Tell your friends, your mum, your brothers, your aunties, your uncles. Let them know what we're about, because this movement is powerful.
Powerful. You are right. So, all right, let's get into it. My minute motivation for today is, why compare yourself with others? No one in the entire world can do a better job of being you than you. Cheesy, but do you know what that means?
So like being an individual.
Being an individual. You know when you see, like we were speaking about before, you know when you see yourself, or no, not when you see yourself, but you see others on Instagram and they're stunning, and you're like, oh, why can't I have that?
So be proud of who you are.
Be proud of who you are and your own path to success or wherever you go.
Own your shit.
Own your shit, right? Just do your own thing and make sure you're happy with yourself and how you do it to the fullest extent, guys.
Don't worry about other people, guys.
Don't worry about other people, man, because you know what? You can't compare your path with theirs. They did other things. You know, you don't know what they had to go through.
Yeah, everyone has their own path.
They got to. So just carry on doing what you're doing. Continue on your path to success, and you're going to get there eventually. Just don't stray off the path, man, and believe in yourself.
If you think about other people, you're just wasting your own time, because they're still going to be going in their own path.
You're wasting your own time. And can I just say something, guys? This is technically a 2-hour podcast because we did one before. So it's a bit short now. It's only a few minutes long, but
we just didn't want to just keep dragging things along.
Yeah, guys. But I promise you, next episode is going to be
sweet.
Even better.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to do something big for next episode.
Let us know if you guys have any suggestions or if you have any questions. Anything that you guys might be interested in hearing from us.
Send it all in, man.
Even if you guys want to come on the show, like, send us and we might consider it.
What's your Instagram?
Always Deray.
Always Deray. At Always Deray. If you need to inbox him and just say, yo, I've got a suggestion, do it. If you want to inbox me, at Santino London, you can do whatever. If you want to add me on Snapchat, at Santino Chat.
Make sure you follow Don't Trend as well.
Of
on
course.
All social networks.
Come on, guys.
If you haven't followed it yet and you're still listening, don't know what you're doing.
Don't know what you guys are doing, all right? At Don't Trend, at DNTTRND. Love you guys. Yo, big up.
Have a blessed weekend, guys.
Have a blessed
and
weekend, man.
It's coming to Christmas soon, so I'm guessing our next podcast will probably be some sort of Christmas theme.
Maybe we'll have a giveaway. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, guys, enjoy your week and don't let Donald Trump.
You're listening to Trend
steal your
Talks, guys.
dreams away.
This is Deray.
This is Santino London.
Much love.
Peace.